Hello everyone. I'm just going to get on with this because they've only got 10 minutes. And here's a fun fact for you for a Sunday evening. If I can get through this, it'll be the longest I've ever lasted. By about 9.5 minutes. And that's about the only statement my missus will ever agree with me on. I've been with my missus now for 3 years. I'm not ashamed to say she's my first love. I lost my virginity at the age of 27. And I became a dad by the time I was 28. In my defence, one, I wasn't aware my swimmers were like Michael Phelps. And two, it was lockdown, there was fuck all to do. In hindsight, I thought we probably should have been looking after my missus' 2 daughters, but hindsight's a wonderful thing. And I hope there's no coppers in here tonight, because I've just dogged myself right in there. There's going to be a riot van waiting for me outside. So look, what are you really doing during lockdown? Well, if you must know, I was hanging out the back of my missus. And I can't really plead not guilty in court because the evidence is about 2 foot tall and calls me daddy. Just to clarify, I'm on about my son and not my missus. She's about 5'2" and calls me daddy. So as I've already mentioned, I've got a son and he's 2 now and he's still not walking, he's walking on his knees. So he's had to go to physio recently, so the other day me and my missus took him and the woman knocked him over and done a few exercises with him and she said, oh, he's absolutely fine, there's nothing to worry about, he'll start walking eventually. He'll start walking eventually. He's happy, he's really happy on his knees. So this is a point I should probably tell you. I don't think before I talk. So I said, just like his mommy. And now I'm banned from all future physio sessions. And I'm sleeping in the shed. And we haven't even got a fucking shed. And that's not the first time my mouth has got me into trouble. When I first started going out with my missus and I took her and my 2 stepdaughters to introduce them to my mother. And it was a lovely day, so we thought, oh, we'd go up the country park in Aberdeen, where I'm from, walk the dog. And the girls are not very familiar with dogs, they haven't been around dogs much, so they start trying to ride the dog. And he's a Jack Russell Terrier, so he don't take kindly to that shit. And again, without thinking, I've gone, oh, don't do that! How would you like it if I ride you? Unfortunately, most of our day was up the country park that day, and now I've got to sign a register every Tuesday. So as I touched on, my son was a lockdown baby, and obviously lockdown was a very stressful time for everyone. But what I loved about lockdown, when we first got into lockdown, was all the rumours flying around. All my uncles, aunties, sisters, brothers, dogs, frisbee, know someone in the army. And they said we're going to get the soldiers on the street to keep everyone indoors. And I could just picture it now, John from number 34. He only left his house to get his daily newspaper. We've got to run out! Poof! That's what you get for buying the fucking Sun. So when I was lucky during lockdown, I was still working my full-time job as a security guard in a university where I still work now. And I love the reaction I get when people ask me what I do for a living. I tell them I'm a security guard. And their faces light up. Where to? Mother Care. Well, piss off, Clive. We all know Mother Care's gone bust. I love that job. I was bigger than some of the kids. And I had to scout off my clothes. When people picture security guards, they think you've got to be 6'4", 20 plus stone, you said. But that's not always the case. You've got to have the ability to think on your feet. Like, for example, I was walking home once and I found an unattended package. So I acted quickly, radioed the control room. We got an unattended package. Can we get a member of management down here? We haven't got to the joke yet. So they asked me, is it chicken? I said, no, I think it's beef. I don't know what the fuck that's got to do with anything, you fucking idiots. So when I wasn't working during lockdown, I was at my mother's house. I moved back in 2019, a few months prior to the pandemic, after emigrating in 2017 to Wigan. And yeah, my mother's always been good to me. My mother, sadly, she can't be here tonight. She's not dead. She's just at my brother's baby shower. Which reminds me, I haven't bought anything for the baby yet, but I am starting to grow out my discounted mother cake clothes. So that's problem solved. So when I wasn't in work during lockdown, I said, damn it. Yeah, but my mother's always been good. So she always put me and my brother first. For example, when we were younger, she sent us to a Welsh school. And she didn't speak Welsh, so her way of improving our Welsh outside school was to go over to a Welsh video shop in Merthyr. She didn't have a car, so she'd go all the way from Aberdeen to Merthyr on the bus and pick a video of her choice. So one day we come home from school, she put it on for us, and I remember sitting there thinking, I don't understand a word of this, so I'm going to have to religiously now every day come home from school and put this on to pick up the language. So that's what I done. And it wasn't until years down the line where I realised it wasn't actually a Welsh video I was watching. It was fucking Pingu. So up until the age of 12, I thought I was speaking fluent Welsh. I wasn't, I was talking fucking penguin. Wap wap, noot noot. No wonder I was fucking bullied. I've been Luke Jones, you've been brilliant, thank you.